All right, guys. Welcome to Astronaut Lounge. Today we've got Crolon Mars, and Ian is the founder. Um, so Crolon Mars is a Crow project on the Crow blockchain, Chronos blockchain, and they have their metaverse and P2E game that I believe just released. Um, And they have a bunch of other stuff. There was too many links to even list everything. So I will let Ian take it off from there. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Give us brief history of your crypto experience, and then a little history of the project.
So my name's Ian and 40 years old from the UK. I've been in crypto around 4 years. I was very fortunate to be a very early investor of Shiba Inu and did pretty well. Hence, what's made me build my own project, and have so much done. Obviously, we had the funding to do so. Um, I've been. I was just sick of being, always trying to chase that the next 1,000x, right, and just chucking money away left, right, and centre. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put a team together. What better to do it with a couple of my lifelong friends? We know each other pretty well. Pretty safe. So we decided to start building Crolon Mars around nearly a year ago now, and I didn't want to just launch and say we've got this coming or we've got that coming. I didn't want to just be another project saying we're promising the world and then just not deliver. So I made it crystal clear that to the team, look, if we're doing this, we're doing it right. There's going to be no dumping on the chart. There's going to be everyone was going to be doxed, KYC'd. We're going to go through all the full audits on every single contract on the website. And we want to be launching with at least one utility. So in doing so, we worked, we built a community, a solid community who we got pretty close with. We know each other on a like a day-to-day basis. We talk all the time. I think being in Shiba Inu kind of learned me that, because we are a community. Your project's nothing, right? Yeah, a community is everything. So we focused on building the community, building the contracts, the NFTs, 3D NFTs optimized to the metaverse. Building out the play to earn game. Now, it only made sense us building on the Cronus chain at the time, because the Cronus chain is new, and all the checks that they do and the licenses that they've got, come this bull run, we can easily see Crow over 20 to 50x just on Crow alone. I think it's got a bright future. So it was a no-brainer to start building on this chain from early on, because by then we'd be heavily developed and well known. And the plan has kindly worked, because we on talking terms with crypto.com, Cronus. I talked to the manager, the managing director regular. We got brought to an official Cronus AMA 2 days ago. We had that AMA with them 2 days ago. It went pretty smooth. We like I said, we gained that relationship. We've gained that trust. Now, when we've been in the crypto space from a long time, I kind of got talking to some of the owners at Shiba Inu, and I got a good relationship. Made a good relationship with David Gottstein Media, and I managed to get places where a lot of people don't, and one being Chainlink, who we're currently working with. Chainlink have tweeted about Crolon Mars, and we've been past the Chainlink core marketer and a Chainlink success manager. we haven't unleashed this to the full potential yet because we're in a bear market, although you can go and check the tweets that they've tweeted about us. Same with Polygon, they tweeted about us. And also the recent tweet was Crypto.com had just tweeted us like 2-3 weeks ago and listed us in the DeFi wallet. I mean, the long-term goals of the project is list on Crypto.com. We're pushing for that this year. We are a Crow project. We are benefiting their ecosystem. They've got to start supporting and listing some of their projects pretty soon. Crolon Mars is probably the top gainer this month on the Cronus chain throughout the whole of the entire chain. So we've got a really bright future ahead of us. And that's kind of a little introduction on myself. We have got a few team members here. I don't know if they want to just quickly say hi or want to jump in and just have a quick...
Yeah, sure, mate. I'll jump in. You caught me just at the right time, actually. The kids are off to bed, luckily enough. Hi, guys. So, yeah, I'm Dave French. I didn't know you'd use that picture of me on the site, actually. I could have sent you a better one. I'll give you an idea of my background. So I had about 7 years working for, top 3 investment banks, working in the city. Kind of, to be honest, we got bored of the travelling. Travelling to the city is pretty hard. So moved back quite closer towards where the parents know where I live. Since then, I've been in automation and robotics, managing pretty much most of Europe for the last few years. So a lot of experience in project management, IT qualifications, same in project management, mainly agile at the minute. To be honest, I joined as a private investor and through talking to the team, quickly realised that, everyone always says you have to work for your bag. So that was pretty much it. And I don't think we've really looked back since then, have we? We've had some good experiences. I mean, we've got a really, really good team. We've got Cam, James, Kez, everybody else. We're doing good things. And I mean, when Ian says he gets where other people don't, that's actually, I think that was a quote from, it was either Rob or Chainlink. It might have even been. But I mean, yeah, as soon as we managed to get into meetings with these guys, I mean, we were talking to Chainlink before the project launched, weren't we, Ian, if you remember? And it's just been full on since then. And to be honest with you, this guy doesn't really get knocked back. I'm not sure how, because as someone that's been in business for a long time, his approach is quite different. But I mean, he hits the right notes, And I mean, Ian, I think you undersell it when you talk about the crypto.com connection. I mean, there's a lot of things there that a Crolon already kind of being mentioned for. And I mean, as soon as Kronos goes back up, do you know what? I didn't even realise, obviously, the Kronos market cap with the Crolon Mars as well. I mean, Kronos was at $1. Crolon Mars would be a lot higher, So there's a lot to look forward to. I won't keep you anyway, but guys, any questions, feel free to reach over to us on the group, give us a shout. We're always happy to answer, and we try to run things like a business. We try to keep it real, So, pleasure anyway. It's good to be here as well.
Thanks, Dave. If you want, I can take you through the project.
Yeah, let's start real quick. Let's just get into the token side. Just give me the quick rundown of the tokenomics.
So, James, I'll let James run through the tokenomics pretty quick. This is his job.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and always appreciate the really entertaining parts of the AMA. I'm going to quickly pull up the pitch deck, which will just give me a quick reminder of the tokenomics. So, we'll have a total supply of 1 billion, and we operate a 10% tax on both buy and sell. That's split up between 3% development, 3% marketing, 3% liquidity, and 1% goes back to rewards. None of the team actually received any tokens on launch, and we've bought our own bags because we feel strong about the project. And let me just flip down to. In fact, that's actually on the other slide. Apologies, guys.
I put you on the spot, didn't I, James?
Yeah, don't usually go into tokenomics so quick, but
yeah, I know we jumped for it. We know we jumped to it to the end. But... Sorry, mother.
Yeah, I just wanted to get it out of the way because I think the main focus is going to be on the the NFTs in the game and everything else. So I wanted to just kind of chuck this out of the way real quick.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And it's one of them things. It seems so long ago now since we launched back in June 14th, and we have a little motto saying, built in a bear market, engineered for the bull run. We've continued with that emphasis throughout this build, and if it weren't for Ian and the rest of the team, we wouldn't be here continuously building and pushing. And I think it just goes to show on, I'm not, I'd hate to say the actual number of AMAs we've had, Ian, but I'm pretty sure we're over the 50 mark easily.
Yeah, we've had a few, but I think this is actually the first proper AMA we've had for a couple of weeks. We've been just focused on building. So.
Yeah. So a slight difference. So we had that's actually a wrong pitch deck, isn't it? That's a old sorry guys, just bear with me one sec. We've got the documentation on the.
Well, while you're digging that up, let me just ask. So, I played on Crow. When Crow got got big after the mainnet went live and everything, and ran into the problem after a few weeks. Like the network was just so congested. I was getting wrecked repeatedly because by the time a transaction would go through, I had to wait for everybody else's to sell on top of me first. So, how is that sped up? Is that better than before? I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I think RP's, is it the RPC area? They were in beta, right? And, they have done a lot of upgrades, and it kind of runs pretty smooth now. I like it, I mean, it did take used to getting used to this after coming over from ETH, and messing around in BSC, and then coming over to the Cronus side. Then, it took a lot of getting used to, but I kind of like it now. When it's funny you should say that, because one of the main issues were around launch time was the issues with people getting Crow and importing it to their wallet and stuff. So we actually went and got listed on XY Finance. So basically, you can just buy Crolon Mars with Ethereum, AVAX, BNB, Bitcoin, Moonriver, and many more direct just from our website. Off one click from our website, you can go cross-chain. That's what James is showing you there. We made it that little bit easier for people to come in, because I know some people it were new at the time, and it were going to take a lot getting used to. So we've had this a while now, but it runs pretty smooth. You can simply just buy with one click direct from our website. We're probably one of the only projects, or one of the fair few, to be tracked by Coinbase. So you can actually find Crolon Mars on Coinbase, but you just can't buy it. They don't support the CRC20 token. And also we managed to be verified with a big blue tick on CMC. So that were another huge step for us. We kind of went around the correct paths by doing everything correctly. I remember Travlad shouting us out saying it's one of the cleanest charts he's ever seen. still to this day, we one of the cleanest charts. We never went below launch price. Never once. Never have we gone below launch price. We've got diamond handers. If you look back 2 years ago, not to 2020 to Decentraland, and then 2 years before that Sandbox, and to where their market cap is now. We building the next generation metaverse. We are multiverse concept. But I'll get into the multiverse concept a little bit later. We've got absolutely so much going off. We one massive utility engine. We've got a very big team, and we are making pretty good progress. So
Yeah, for sure. What you launched on June 14th? What was the starting market cap? Was there a pre-sale? And where are you guys at now with that? Obviously, your chart is holding up, so you didn't have a bunch of pre-sale dumps if there was.
Well, we didn't want to just do a pre-sale to anybody, so it were kind of family and friends and people that we'd known for a long time, and I don't think we've got many pre-salers left. We've still got a few people still left in, but they did it respectfully. They come out over time. 1 second. They come out over
60%.
Yeah, they come out over time. So they knew the implications of like dumping at launch. That could hurt friends and stuff. And that's something we don't do. If you're in a good project, you don't dump. More like take profits over a wide range of time, and that's kind of what they did. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry about that, brother.
Sorry, mate. I tried to get in front of you. Yeah, so, we tracked our private sale to the point where we've still got a spreadsheet of everything on there. So I think about 60% of the people who actually got into the private are not only still in, but I think 60% have not sold. So we were doing a competition, actually. I'm sure Ian and the guys will take
there's only a few what's in now. So there's only a few what's still in. I think we've got 30 people, and that's who the silver coins are going to. So you see the silver coins, showed you, the real silver coins. So they're going to diamond handers. I think we have like around 36 to go out or something.
Wow, that's a nice little reward. I see the what do you call it? Can't think of the word now.
The mold.
The mold.
That's it. Jesus. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, actually, we've got a gold miner who's invested with us. He's got his own mines. He's got a couple of mines, actually. A couple of big mines up in California there.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
So let's get into the project as far as the metaverse and actually how are holders rewarded. I see you posted the pictures where people were getting the staking rewards, but are there are other ways to get rewarded as well, right? I know you said something about shopping at Aldi.
That was kind of a joke. You probably got missed my finger. 1 second. Sorry, my partner's car weren't starting. She's got sorted now.
I'm a jump.
When he put it in, he said it's paid for his shopping this week. So he's earning $100 off staking, like $100 to $130 a week. So
okay, I guess I was confused. I thought you meant he earned that by shopping. Like you had I thought you had a partnership at Aldi, and that would have been huge.
Yeah, he's paying for his shopping each week. Sorry, that's just me. I have been up like 19 hours now, so I'm just typing typo. But yeah, so basically, You can earn in Crolon Mars a few ways. So we've got the play to earn game, which is live on the mainnet, and it pays out in Crow directly to your wallet. James, if you want to just go to the play to earn game, and I'll start off there, and I'll go through all the rewards structure and how it works.
Sure,
James?
I'll just grab it now, mate.
Little SpaceX billboard there.
Okay, so this is one of the NFT characters for the game, correct?
And no, it's not. I don't know what. This is just one of the alien apes. It were just showing you how it's got built. I think his screen's froze.
Yeah, just bear with me 1 sec, guys.
We've got a small collection of NFTs, 3D NFTs that are what work in the play to earn game, and there's a collection of 730 NFTs, 3D NFTs. Now, if you own one of these NFTs, depending on your rarity, when you play the play to earn game, you'll get paid up to 4x in Crow. So while we're waiting for James to load up the game. It's kind of like a Star Wars pod racer game where you go around the track collecting boosts on track, and you actually collect tokens on track. The more tokens you collect on track, the more coins you're earning. So basically, if you're on just a normal NFT like a soldier, you'll get 2x in Crow. If you're in a VIP, a king, and Rastas, then they vary between 3x and 4x, but the max is 4x if you're lucky enough to get a Crolon Mars NFT. I think there's still around 100 left to mint now. But that's kind of the reward structure for the NFTs in the play to earn game.
Now, to mint these are minted on Kronos, correct? On the Kronos network.
Yeah, they're all on the Kronos network. So you can mint from our website. But if you're not lucky enough to get a Crolon Mars NFT, then we didn't want to limit the game to just 730 people, right, when we aiming to be a big project. So this is a play-to-earn game. It is mobile-friendly, so you can download and play on Android. You can download the app, play on Android, and earn Crow on the go. So as you can see, he's going around track, collecting coins as he goes. The P2E is just a small part of it. Once he's finished, he'll go in the same game into the marketplace, and then he'll go to swap. Then they'll be pending, and then they'll get approved, and then the tokens go straight back to your wallet. Now, like I was saying, we didn't want to limit the game to 930 NFTs. So if people are not lucky enough to get one of them NFTs, then there's always an in-game pass you can just mint for as little as 100 Crow, and you can just go and play, but you'll just get a standard whatever you collect, you'll get a standard reward. You'll not get none of these NFT perks, what you see on screen now. Now, the play-to-earn game is built within the metaverse, so it's built inside the metaverse. I'll give you a little tour around the metaverse at a minute. The metaverse is undergoing a major update as we speak. So just imagine Grand Theft Auto on Mars. So we're building a Mars metaverse, hence the name Crolon Mars. So obviously Elon's building on sending humans to Mars in real life. Then we thought it were only right that, we get the coordinates for where Elon plans to land humans in real life, and we give him that land for free. If he takes it, he takes it. If he don't, he don't. It's no skin off our nose. It's a marketing trick that we're going to be putting up in front of his face on billboards outside SpaceX and stuff to come and claim his land. It's not uncommon. Snoop Dogg's in Sandbox and stuff. So if he accepts that land, we all know what'll happen, right? So if you can go to the metaverse. Do you have the metaverse? Are you logged in, James, or not? Right, we've got a video of the metaverse, so. here's what we've got built on the metaverse already. So this one, me, James, and Dave, one day strolling in the metaverse. The updates currently being added in the next 2 or 3 days is proximity voice chat, shooter pack so you can snipe people from top of the NFT gallery, vehicle pack, and also we're adding more characters to run about. And we've got the NFT gallery here, the gaming hub, and we've got the VIP lounge. We're still building, you know, like I said, we've got so much done. We've only been launched 7 months. You know, I didn't want to just be like another project saying that this is coming. You know, I wanted to actually say, look, this is what we've got. This is where we're at, you know, and instead of just trying to kid people on, you know, we actually building. So we've got tons of utility. We've got some fans, look. Like I said, we've got a good, solid community. But what else? What else is there? And also we just about to drop a massive utility. Think OpenSea on steroids. We're launching the Red Sea NFT marketplace where project owners, creators can come create your NFTs, you know, I get royalties. I don't want to give too much away for this. It's actually ready. Just doing some front end tidying up. And this will also be released in the next, I reckon, 4 to 5 days at a push. But that's another utility what is going to be going in the crypto.com DeFi wallet. This will be listed in the DeFi wallet. And, you know, I don't really want to talk too much on it because I'm not the one to kind of say this is happening, you know, when it's not fully confirmed. So,
Well,
but the
hypothetically speaking, this NFT marketplace, Red Sea, with it being a utility, what is it going to be a cross-chain marketplace? And what is going to be the utility going back into the token itself? So what is there going to be fees going into the token, creating value for the holders? Or how's that work for the token holders?
So
yeah, don't you dare give all the information away yet, mate.
one thing I'm currently talking to a couple of team members are doing is selling the NFTs in Crolon. In people buy the NFTs in Crolon Mars token and burn the Crolon Mars to 1 second. Sorry, she just come in all happy saying I've bumped the car on myself. Ah, dear. So, yeah, we wanted to maintain a healthy chart, you know, and push that price up in the chart always. So, they will be staking in there as well, the NFT marketplace. And like I said, I'm looking at making sure that the a percent either comes back to Crolon Mars and burns the token, so we're always got an upward trajectory. Where am I? See, we've got so much going off staking. That's it. So as you can see, a staking pool is by far the biggest on Crodex. We over 200 and is that 289? I can't see it from here. Yeah, 289k USD staked on Crodex. Now, this staking is just something I wanted to give back. Right, staking's not long term because long term can hurt the project. We've got longevity in mind, and people coming out with crazy APYs and trying to make that sustainability is just never going to happen. So what we've done, I made a pool and allocated a percent to staking for 6 months only. However, this is risk-free staking, no lock time, no fees, withdraw anytime, and not only can you stake your Crolon Mars tokens, but you can add up to 3 NFTs as a booster. It's a NFT booster staking. So I think the APY is 28% APY return on your Crolon Mars. Then it's topped up by an extra 3% per NFT. So that's an extra 9% in total staked. And this is one of our loyal holders, one of our long-time holders, is staking and he's earning like 100 to 130 bucks a week. But like I said, I'm not planned for long-term. It's just something to give back to our community, to you guys, to, you know, we're not all tech. So I wanted to give and help us get through this crypto winter, right? We all need a break. So staking, like I said, it's risk-free, no lock. Even if you unstake, you can take your tokens with you and sell. If we went parabolic today, you can take your tokens with you and sell. So yeah, that's just something, you know, to and also it helps the sustain the market cap as well. I mean we're still only trading around I believe 800k market cap. You know, like I said, this is a long-term hold. We are goal listed on crypto.com. We are noticed. We are talking. We do have Chainlink back in. You know, we've got some major breakthroughs with the NFT marketplace. What will be coming in the next couple of days. So this is going to bring more eyes, and we were also looking to bring revenue as well from advertising in the Play to Earn game and in the metaverse. We've got a couple of big AMAs put to one side when the market condition comes better, like Gopstein Media and stuff. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to shut up and let somebody else talk. You know, I've been talking for a long time, and like I said, I've been awake so many hours now trying to get this NFT marketplace sorted. So, yeah, guys.
I'll jump in for a little bit, Ian.
I do have one question. So these NFTs that you guys have, you said there's 930 total supply of the NFTs, right?
730 total 730 total supply of the 3D NFTs. However, what you see on this is the NFT board here. The planetary passport is unlimited supply. You need either the minimum or a planetary passport to get in the game and the metaverse. It's as little as 100 crore, about $6 or something. But they only give you a 1x reward, whereas a soldier gives you 2x, Z Warrior 3x, VIP 4x, Rasta 4x, Z's 4x, and Legendary and the rest, like I said, 4x.
And so what percentage of each of those are allocated in that supply? So what percentage of the Rastas or, you know, the 4x NFTs, the, you know, 2x and 3x?
Yeah, so it actually, the actual LP for it is in Crow. So they're not a % on the token. So it kind of goes on how long you play the game. If you sat there playing the game constantly, I'm still currently watching.
What I meant was like how many of each one are available to mint out of the total supply. So how many of the
percentage-wise, Ian, I think it's the soldiers. We've got something like a 67% of the supply. The Z Warrior with only 200 is something like 27. And then the last 1% is each of the 5 rares. So there's 1% of VIPs, 1% of Rastas, 1% of Super Legendary Zs, and Kings.
Awesome. Okay.
And I think
what percentage has been minted so far?
We're currently on 601, so there are only 129, I believe, NFTs remaining as of yesterday.
And it is a random mint, so
it is a random
same
mint
price for any of them.
Yes, it's the same mint price for any of them. But the good thing is with the staking at the moment as well, they all represent 3%. So regardless if you've got a soldier or a king, they all represent 3% staking boost.
Right. That's awesome.
I mean, playing the game itself and doing the P2E, even just having a soldier and having a 2x rewards, it just makes it a whole lot more appealing. So, and obviously the 1%ers are a rare breed, but that's why we decided to have a small supply in that writing to keep them more valuable.
Yeah, for sure. And what is the mint price on these?
1650 Cro.
1560 Cro at the moment. But from releasing and launch, it's actually about half price now. If you talk to some of our big NFT holders, they'll tell you they probably paid double the price because of the price of Cro. Back in June, early July. A lot of people. So I mean, at the moment, with the price of Cro,
about $100.
Bargain prices.
So it's around $100.
$100, yeah.
All right,
probably
perfect.
Worth mentioning, guys, as well. There really isn't many rares left. I mean, to be honest, we're all chasing probably I think it's one of the Rastas in it, guys. But we've got about 140 left, I think. But yeah, a lot of the rares are out already, so we're all kind of fighting for the last ones. I know
there's like
Ian have got a bit of a mid.
Yeah, there's several left. I mean, the Rastas have been holding back, even though there's only 6 of them. There's only been, I think, 4 minted now. Is that right, Ian? Towards the end.
Yeah, I think there's still around 6 to 8 rares left to mint out of the 130. So odds are still good.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, go ahead and you can continue with the presentation or anything else you guys want to add. I don't know what we're looking at there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? Somebody's home video of painting.
Yeah, so guys, I just want to add for everything that I've said on this AMA today, all can be backed up by official tweets. If you want the official tweets, I can post them in the group now, so you can see that
you can drop them in there. I know you've already sent them to me, so you can drop them in the chat.
Let me go and get them. A second. But team, feel free to.
Is the game live? Is it playable right now? So if I got an NFT, I would be able to go in and play the game today.
Yes, the game's playable now. I'm just doing an update. So the passport, if you mint on a passport, you can just go straight in and play the game now. But while I'm doing this update, I'm adding new characters in and voice chat, but it'll be ready in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm just doing a quick update on the meta and P3, so yeah.
All right, awesome.
I was going to add in, guys, what about we throw a little bit of Cro? Let's get a leaderboard on the game going. I know we've done this before where we have competition, so I mean, I've got 3 Crolon Mars NFTs, and I want to mint myself a Rasta. So I'll tell you what, if anyone's playing the game, top prize, I'll give them a Crolon Mars NFT.
Oh, nice.
So I've chucked the
everybody hear that?
I've chucked the tweets in chat. Oh yeah, I forgot about the $300 NFT.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, because it's some feedback.
And so these NFTs right now, without the marketplace, are they? Is there anywhere that people can sell them on a secondary market currently?
Yes, they're on so they're on Ibisus Bay and they're also on Tofu. Oh, make sure you only there's there is a blue tick. We are verified, so always make sure you look for the blue tick, guys.
Yes, always. There's so many scammers out there. Please make sure you are buying and selling from the correct the correct websites, and always make sure that keep yourself safe.
Yep. So I mean, like I said, I have been rambling on. I do apologize. Kind of messy, but hey, I like I said, I've been awake a lot now. I just want to get some sleep. I know, but I've got to do a couple of things after this AMA, and then I'm going to get a good night's rest, and then back to it in the morning. But we have just started a
Oh
big
yeah,
bike,
that's not
biggest bike competition as well. If anybody's interested and want to get involved, I think it's for $200. But yeah, I mean, everything on our website, guys. Always do your own research. No matter what. It's it's a good fun project to be in. If you're looking for a nice long-term hold, although we're up 300% in the last month, when we're only going to continue to grow. I mean, getting invited to AMAs with the managing director of Cronus 2 days ago is a big achievement also. We're doing everything right. We've took all audits. Every contract's been audited. KYC twice.
that chart looks amazing.
Yeah, like I said, we never went under launch price. Nobody's here for a quick pump and dump. We've been launched 7 months, and we're here. We're all here to make money. Even the team, we're transparent. We'll tell you that. We're all here to make money. We're all here to. We don't just want a little payday. If I wanted to come out, I could have walked away with a hell of a lot. A Shiba Inu as our top 100K holder at Shiba. So, I'm not about to just run off with 20s, 30s grand, because I've stuck absolute way more than that into Crolon Mars. So,
Yeah, that's that is a good thing to speak on. So, you do have the funding to continue building in this bear market, not dependent on trading volume and money from taxes coming in.
I don't owe anybody nothing. I don't owe anybody nothing. It's everything we've got, we've built, we've paid for. I'm pretty good myself in developing, and I've got some good skills. I mean, you probably get to know me, guys, and you might think it's odd, so I may as well just tell you now. When I'm writing and stuff like that, you might think, is this guy a kid or something? But I actually suffer with autism and ADHD, so some everyday tasks that I do really struggle with. But when it comes to blockchain technology, maths, and all this the crypto blockchain engineering stuff, it's just where I'm most at home, and this is why I spend most of my time in crypto. And a lot of people, I even answer questions. I'm the CEO.
The Rain Man of the blockchain.
Yeah, and I mod the chat as well. I'm everywhere, here and everywhere.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, let's see. Do you guys have anything to add before I open up for a couple questions from listeners?
Do you know what? I'll add one thing. It's funny because one of you guys mentioned doing the shopping with Crolon Mars. I mean, it's here. We do have the facility for that. It's a partnership that we've not really discussed too much, but the way that we kind of work is you have a big community of people we talk to, and one of them actually offers a really, really good gift card solution, which you can pretty much spend around the globe. So, I mean, things like that, we've got a lot of the connections for it, even like the Fiat Ons and stuff. We're at the stage where we're looking at like basically signing a KYB with them. So there's a lot to come. The only problem with this project sometimes is that there's so much happening at once. So you find yourself, when you're actually trying to explain what's going on, it's like, where do we start? Is it the P2E, Metaverse, NFTs? NFT marketplace. It's good we've got a big team because there's always a lot of things that are going on. It's always good for us, I think.
Now, you guys, are you building something that you can't talk about yet, but you can release, at the right time? Just something, a banger to push you up over, over a hurdle to push you up over a certain market cap, that you're just holding on to in the background. You don't have to say what it is. Just say if you got something or not. Because like you said, you guys have been developing and you have a lot going on. So I'm sure you haven't spoken about a lot of it.
You know what? You guys are actually the first people we've really told about the NFT marketplace, kind of alpha. This is something kind of what we're working on. But like Dave mentioned, we've got so much to do. We've got the build and we've got the release of the NFT. Tiles, they'll be only released on crypto.com NFT. But other than that, we're just continuing what we build, what's on his roadmap. That's what we're building.
I'm gonna have one thing. I'm gonna be naughty here. So let's just say that our long-term. Ian mentioned our long-term goal earlier. We are in a position where we've got certain hoops to jump through, but we are well on course to making that goal. I'm not going to say what it is, but yeah, with Ian as close as he is to Cronus, the long-term future of the project's looking very, very bright. I won't say anything else other than that, not to commit.
Hang on one second here. Where we go? All right. I just had to, throw somebody on mute real quick. I don't know what he's got going on over there, but definitely wasn't part of the AMA.
Sorry, brother.
It's all right, bud. I didn't want to call you out. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Yay, Carl, what's going on, man?
Hello. I want to jump in with a question. It's not specific to Crolon Mars, but I think some people might find it kind of interesting to hear. So obviously when people start out, you start off in crypto, your first Telegram, you buy your first token. That first experience, as long as they don't rug you anyway, you see the word dev and you sort of look at them like your little mini god. And then as you sort of progress and you start investing more, you maybe speak to a few mods, you might maybe catch a word or a chat in an AMA with a developer. Then it sort of becomes like, the person above them, the sort of multi-million ones, they become your god. And it's a weird tiered system. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you do, how much money you've got in DeFi. You can always sort of straddle your way up slowly and speak to these people at a higher and higher. And I was just wondering on your opinion. So when you've got to that point and suddenly you find yourself speaking to, the head of major exchanges, do you get that same sort of kick where, you go in there nervous as hell thinking you should be wearing a suit even though you're on a voice call, and then they turn out to basically be like your next door neighbour? Or is it actually, really official and sort of almost a traumatizing experience you come out of shaking?
You know what? I had this problem. I had that problem 2 days ago, and when I was on the AMA with the managing director of Kronos, I was absolutely bricking it, mate. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. And I was gonna wear a shirt and tie, and then I thought, what? I just took my Crolon Mars hoodie on, and I just sat there, and I'm just myself, because we're all human at the end of the day, right? We all make mistakes. We all learn from them all, and if it's all a learning curve. So I just dived in, and hopefully I did well.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, didn't we? And you get where water doesn't, or sand even. Either one. He's got so many connections. It's pretty much our secret weapon at Crolon Mars, and it doesn't surprise me. When he comes into chat, and he's always forwarded us and his messages or telling us always been talking to. So yeah, it's always exciting times. And I know you mentioned what we got, under the sleeve, ready for for future marketing and stuff. And to say that we're still less than $1 million market cap in these bear market conditions. I mean, we all should be 7x anyway, you know, if markets picked up to as they should have been. But
Well,
we're
yeah,
going
and
to
that's
take this to millions. You know, we're not
crow
going to
bounces.
stop. And
Yeah,
we
not
understand
crow
that, you know,
bounces.
the build of it's just
bring that stuff up a
continues,
lot.
doesn't it, guys? Especially with other partnerships and obviously the integration of trying to pull all these different blockchains together. You know, it's a lot of work. And yeah, shout out to the rest of the team who do a lot of connecting and, you know, reaching out to, you know, really good vetted partners and you know, colleagues that we work with in the and to be honest, I know you were mentioning about, you know, when you come into a space, first come into crypto space, and you know, I know myself and him were doing calls. Marketing groups, so and working with other AMA groups for quite a bit of time, you know, learning and learning about different projects on all different types of blockchains, and yeah, you know, building your hopes up to something and having it pull from underneath you just in an instant. So, and that was one of the main reasons why we started Crolon Mars in the first place. You know, when we got together and we just started thinking that we can actually bring something to space that you know, that's going to last and we can be trusted. And I think it just reflects on his chart and you know, as diamond hand investors. So shout out to all you guys as well.
If I can add one thing, do you know what? That's a wicked question, man, because you've clearly come into crypto the same way we have, which is you kind of start and then you work your way up. And the more you work your way up, the more you actually learn. So it's more of an education. I mean, you talk about the senior guys, to be honest, like what I do in my day job, I'm pretty senior as well. So it's with my background, it's something that's pretty, I mean, it comes natural to you after a while. Google Meet's a Google Meet, you know, but it's funny actually, because if I was to go into something financially, it's quite a different approach from what Ian would. But when you said about, is it a guy in their bedroom? A lot of the time it kind of is. I mean, these aren't major financial guys, you know, they're not killing you with, they don't want figures, statistics as much as some of the financial guys do. You're kind of right there, isn't it? Some of them are, Chainlink are, Crypto.com are, but there's a few where you'd be kind of surprised. And I think what you learn is that everybody starts somewhere. You know, everybody starts in the same place, but it's the people with the real ideas that kind of, like you say, they kind of get to move up the tiers, if that makes sense. That's a really, really good analogy. You kind of start at the bottom. The more you learn, the more experience you get, the more you move up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I've been involved in an AMA that you guys have been on before. I've been privy to a couple of conversations you've had with different projects. I've been part of them as well. I get about a little bit. I'm a bit nosy. And I've done that exact same thing. So I've spoke to a couple of people here and there, and you connect with people. And, you know, you sort of start speaking to Poppa, and you speak to that person, you speak to the other person, and suddenly you just get this name drop, and someone drops in the clouds, and you're like, who's this clown? Oh, they're just a multi-billionaire. I'm going to go and sit in the corner and shut up now. And they're just a normal person. And I think that's one of the best things about DeFi is you can have, like, you know, ultra-rich people, and they come in a T-shirt and holes in their jeans and like, oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a hangover. Hang on, bear with me. And I think that combined with the right people leading projects and the right sort of approachability, but still being able to present yourself properly and put ideas forward and be professional when you need to, is what DeFi needs.
I'm going to say I recognise your voice, Cole.
You probably do. I intermediate with someone that you quite like.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you used to come to the Palace for AMAs by any chance?
Not the Palace, but I was part of a 72-hour event that you were part of.
Yeah, the Legends.
Yeah. The one where no one got any sleep.
The Legends of Crypto on Twitter.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This is why crypto is so good. Because
I'm not sure I'd call 72 hours of no sleep in a Twitter space good, but it was interesting.
Oh, I thought he was on about
I was DMing. I was DMing with Call, making fun of him while he was on there.
You know what?
Um,
With the Twitter Spaces are the crucial, and I said to the team not so long ago, I said, look, we need to start doing a branded space, you know, because I think I've got to put it out there as well, and I'm going to take my hat off to some of these guys in the Cronus community, like Island Thunder, you know, Dragons of the West, you know, all them guys are Coffee and Crow in the morning are absolutely just grinding away in that Twitter Spaces. So, you know, I said to Richard, one of our team members, that, you know, we need to get a Mars space, a branded space going, you know, because in this market,
Who's Richard?
well, mate, I'm calling you by your first name.
Why have I got my Sunday name out, mate?
That's his
I know,
Sunday name.
That's my Sunday name, bro.
We're on record, so yeah. So yeah, I think, you know, by having a partner space and big spaces, you know, it's probably the best bit of marketing you're going to get, you know, where partners come and, you know, you all share updates and, you know, you get on these spaces, and I think they're really effective. So yeah.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's great to have, you know, a good community coming together to bring light to other good projects and stuff like that. So I want to open this up. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody in the VC have any questions for the team?
Ian, I've got a question for you.
Oh,
Carl,
Dave, I was hoping I can go to bed.
right, Carl, after what you just said, right, about people and their money and stuff, Ian, tell them what happened to you with Sheba the other month when you checked your old Coinbase. It proves your point. It honestly proves your point.
So I did a giveaway, an NFT what I hadn't looked at for a while, and turns out that some of the NFTs were quite a few for a couple of $100, so I had to bite the bullet and just give it away. But yeah, yeah. Sometimes I speak before
Before you check.
That's it.
I'm the loaded lions.
But you know what? That goes to show,
lion.
you know, you stick by your word and you do what you say. So, you know, you might not have realized the floor price raised by, you know, 10 ETH on that NFT, but at least you still gave it away, like you said. So that's
it was an old Sheba NFT. When he sent me the picture, I nearly dropped the phone. Honestly.
Yeah, they were for diamonds. They were like.
To be fair to you, mate, it's a testament to you. I mean, when this guy, I'm saying this as someone that got in early before I got into the team. This guy has really put himself out, you know, both mentally, physically, financially as well. I mean, you know, one of the things I always look for is, you know, can they actually fund what they're doing? And, you know, this guy's really, really bootstrapped it, you know, and it's because of he's just willing it to work, you know. That's why it's moving so quick, because he does whatever he can to make it grow, you know. I think one more thing I'll say as well is the project for us is not about having people that have got more tokens and more money. It's almost just a space for us to kind of just talk about everything but crypto, you know. I mean, there's a lot of tweeting and stuff like that, but the actual chat, it's not really too bad, you know. You could quite happily sit in there for a few hours and not talk about crypto, you know. It might be something else. Could be Ian singing karaoke or something, or DJ and I have his old DJ sets we used to do. There was, you know, it's just a good place to be. You don't have to buy $1,000 worth of tokens. It's almost like a movement, you know, where you join them, you stay around. The first one I ever see like that was Feg. I know you guys know that. I got into that and was following that for a bit. But you kind of watch it grow. I mean, that one went almost to like a cult following. But it's nice to have a good community around you, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let me look in chat. I'm sure there's a ton of questions in here. Somebody asked, what is the team plans for additional utilities that could possibly increase the value of the NFT overall? I don't.
Um, the thing is the limited supply, the low supply of the NFTs alone. If you kind of look at Axie Infinity and how they were, let's say we do list on Crypto.com, and it benefits Crypto.com to push out the game, right? Because they have to buy Crow to buy the passport. If they got 1 million people playing this game, then it effectively puts their market cap up over an extra 30 million or so. So everybody's going to be crying out to get one of them NFTs. Not many people's going to get one. There's less than 1,000. Whether people rent them out, or we can look at doing so a little bit later on, then that's an option. But I think we've got a lot of utilities going off at the minute. I don't think do we have room for many more. We've got room to expand because.
Right.
That's the beauty of having a metaverse. We can always adapt to the ever-changing climate of crypto.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of the metaverse, so Graham asks, I've got a question. In the past, there has been talk of a casino on the metaverse. Is there still plans for that? Please tell me yes.
Yes.
Should we tell him about? I'll let you explain it. Go on.
It's through one of our partners, Lance. So we have 16% of land for partners, 10% of land to put on events, and it's through one of our partners at the casino. Will be going in the metaverse, but Cam, if our partner don't end up doing it, then it's one of Cam's what keeps niggling at me to get it done. We need this. So
We'll sort it.
Now,
Yep. We've got a group together with a really good, and if I don't want to mention the names just in case it don't pull off, but I will. But MetaBet, if you go and have a look at their chart at the moment, they're flying high. But yeah, we're in talks with them. We'll see what happens. And
okay, so with that being said, so there's plans for either a partnership with a casino in the metaverse or maybe building your own. Would you guys or do they have the proper gaming licenses?
Well, this partnership it's not like Cam's just said. The partnership's not gone through yet. So we still to seal a partnership, but it's a good thing you brought that up. So I'll definitely be bringing that up to them.
I can answer that, mate. They've got the licenses, so
they do have the gaming licenses.
They've got the gaming licenses, yeah.
And where do you know where they're registered out of, as far as the legal issues? And I know you guys haven't sealed the deal on this. I'm just trying to cover all aspects of whether U.S. people will be able to do so, or whether this will be reported and people will need to KYC on there.
We haven't got that far yet. All I know is that they've got all the gaming licenses. That was the reason why I got put onto them by. I can't remember who put me onto them, but we've talked about that, but not talked in depth. So, like Ian says, it's something that we'll dot every I and cross every T when we come to it before anything gets released. Okay, awesome. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, awesome. So, I mean, at least it's been, it has been discussed, and you have thought about those issues.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Just to add as well, guys, I mean, I know quite a bit about betting intermediary licenses, obviously UK for us. So I actually own a limited company there which entertains that, which is quite funny you brought it up. But yeah, I mean, obviously the US at the moment, it's hard work. Let's be honest. US is probably one of the last all of the big guys get. I mean, let's be honest, we're in the UK. UK is actually quite easy, especially with their stance on crypto. So a lot of what we would do, we'd need a basic intermediary license. If we were going to start running roulette wheels or things like that, then that's obviously a different aspect of it. But yeah, I mean, things like that. Do you know what? It's actually surprising because in the UK, it only costs £220 to get the license. And all you have to have for that is a limited company. It's crazy. But you're right.
Right.
The US
Actually,
is.
that brings me to another question. In order to get these licenses, you guys would have to be a registered company. Are you registered, and where?
We're not registered. I mean, at the minute, I don't see no immediate reason to do it. However, we are looking to in the metaverse. A lot of people in this space get ripped off. Game builds, metaverse builds, or contracts or anything like that. So eventually, I'm wanting to maybe look at offering that kind of service, and until that, but that's at a very, very late stages, but not in the immediate thing yet. I don't think there's a need to do so right now. Obviously, we're fully docked, we're KYC'd, we've took all necessary precautions from audits and stuff. I just don't think we're at that level to be a company just yet.
Okay. Yeah. No problems. And I know your overall, your main listing goal is to get on crypto.com. Are there any other exchanges right now that you're currently listed on, or any others that you are looking at to list on?
I've spoke to, so there's a couple that I'm speaking to. I spoke to Mexi, but not in the next couple of months or anything like that. Like I said, we're still building. We've still got a long way to go. Although the people like the token price to go up. Our main is tier one crypto.com, and we've accounted for that in our tokenomics. So I think we definitely will explore L-Bank and some other smaller exchanges. So
Yeah.
definitely we've got to, because I don't know if I can say it, but speaking with somebody inside, then we need to have so many holders. We have to have certain other things. However, I am exploring putting us on VVS to help grow, and then maybe move on to, it's baby steps at the minute. We're still only a very low market cap.
Right. Right. And I agree. I don't think listing, on certain exchanges is very healthy for the project at a very low market cap, due to arbitrage and everything else. So,
Absolutely.
and yeah, the one that you spoke about first, I'm not going to repeat the name, but there would be one of the worst for that.
Yep. Yeah. We have to, we have certain goals we are to achieve. We've got a roadmap to adhere to and stuff. We did the XY finance for extra. We can bring Ethereum whales in, we can bring BSC whales in off one click. We can facilitate for that. So, I think we're on Bog Finance, Codex, and XY Finance at the minute.
Yeah, the XY finance, man, I think that's brilliant. Being on there, and just you're basically bringing everybody, from BSC and Ethereum. Once they know about that, you're bringing a whole separate set of eyes and community to the project. So that's pretty cool. Is there any other questions from anybody here in chat? If not, I am going to ask Ian's sleepy. Dave, from the outside looking in, if you didn't know anything about the project, what is one question that you would have asked the team?
Do you know what? That is a good question, because I had quite a lot for them at the start. Because I actually got to know these through a guy I knew in the calls channel, funny enough. And I come over, and I don't know really. The first thing I always ask is, what have the team really got about them? Because look, everyone makes big promises. Everybody's a dev, as they call it. Dev means nothing at all, a crypto owner is everything they have to be, you know. But my question and what I was after from these guys, because I'll be honest, I expose rug pulls. Unfortunately, it used to get me in a bit of trouble because you tell people they're a scam and they are, and it annoys them. But I come over to Crolon and I wanted to know, well, look, the metaverse is a big build. A multiverse, everything else they've got, we've got, you know, you need some guts and you need to be able to put the time and effort in. But then, I mean, the one thing I learned about Ian was that this is what he does, you know. I mean, me, I have the job I have. I have to put some concentration on that, although I can kind of do both, to be honest, where I work from home. But this is Ian's life, and it's to the point where, let's be honest, Ian, you know you've got the funds to make it happen if you need to. This is what he wants to do, you know. I mean, he's got enough to be able to retire quite easily, but I mean, this guy still does all-nighters on the token in the bear market, you know, when most people ain't here. My first question is always the team. What do they know? What have they done in the past? Who else do they know? You know, connections is a big thing in the space as well. If you've got a lot of good friends around you, you get a lot more done.
Perfect, man. All right. Let me look here. I think one last question. Your game is titled Mars Racing, which means racing themed. What are the advantages of your game besides fun multiplayer games? Is it graphic design or something else? Because in addition to looking for rewards, players are also looking for an exciting playing sensation. I understand that game development is really capital intensive, and so much money has gone into creating this game. How does the team intend to fund further development, seeing how lots of game devs are taking gaming to the next level?
It's a good question. I think the most important thing we need to realise, right, is that if you're building a business, what you need to do is you need to start with your minimum viable product. You know, if you're going to do something, you need to show something. I mean, Tesla did it with the Roadster. That's the P2E for us. So we've got our base and we build from our base. You know, the metaverse is the same. We're not the kind of people to bring it out and say, here's a metaverse, because we realise that, well, it may well be, but it's just the start. You know, for us, it's about, you know, when you wake up and you go, oh, that's a really good idea. Someone wants this in the metaverse, you know, or we want the P2E game to do this. It's all about kind of getting what you've got and then building out from there. You know, obviously, when the market cap flies, so do the budgets for building and things like that, you know. So it's all about doing it correctly and staging it, because if you go too far too quick, you burn your capital and then your holders leave you. You know what I mean? So step by step, we make improvements as we go along, and we develop along with the rest of the market. You know, I mean, for example, I'm quite heavily into AI at the moment. I don't know how many of you guys have been into it, but you can do a hell of a lot on that thing.
Everybody on Telegram.
Oh, I mean, you can pretty much code a P2E game on there. You know, if you're good with ChatGPT, there's nothing you can't really do. So we need to be at the front of that, because that's the successful companies. You know, Google did it, Tesla do it now. If you fall behind, you're dead. You know, an old metaverse game is just an old metaverse game. So you need to be pushing it all the time.
Great answer. All right. Are there any other questions before we end this? My kids are about to get off the bus any minute.
Perfect timing. I think mine's about to fall asleep, actually. She won't get off Roblox, funnily enough, while we talk about metaverses.
All right. Well, it has been great having you guys here. Very, very excited to, you know, keep learning some more about the project as you continue to build. And you know, I'm gonna pop over to the TG here after I get the kids off the bus. And yes, been very awesome having you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna stop the recording, but just hang out for 1 second.